What is up? So today I was scrolling through my YouTube homepage like I usually do, but then I came across this video. There's no way he has digs in his mouth. The journey of making friends with a tiny spider. How curious. So we're gonna watch it. It's 11 minutes long.
My friend Earl, a tiny jumping spider with funny eyebrows.
Jumping
to get
spider?
a sense of how small she is, here she is next to an orange, and here she is next to a watermelon.
2 centimeters. Bro, I swear, guys, I last time I showed you guys with the ruler, right? How small 2 centimeters actually is. Let me show you again. I can't find my ruler for some. Where did it? Well, yes, we have to do with his scale because I could not find my ruler. But you gotta believe me on this one, chat. 2 centimeters, like this big.
Despite their size, jumping spiders are surprisingly rewarding pets, and incredibly, you can actually build trust with them.
Or who uses spider? What the hell? Rewarding
In just
pets.
14 days, Earl went from being scared of me to accepting food, to even hopping onto my finger and letting me hold her. But this time, I wanted to take things even further. So over the next 30 days, I set out to see just how far a human can bond with
Do spiders even have brains? I mean, I'm not being offensive to spiders, but like, how smart are they? Because this thing is way too small to be this emotionally intelligent. How is it so emotionally intelligent when it's so small? I don't get it.
a spider, and I had no idea what was about to unfold. And this all begins in our brand new home. If there is one thing that's stressful for a spider, it's moving house, and ever since we moved into our new home, Earl doesn't trust me like she used to. So the first goal is to gain Earl's trust back, the second goal is for Earl to approach me completely voluntarily, and the third goal is to find Earl a boyfriend.
How is she not running
This
away?
last one was wild, but more on that later.
Whoa.
There is only one way to truly gain a spider's trust, and it's through their stomach.
Yo,
Now,
always
Earl was
works.
eating crickets before, but there is one food she simply cannot
Bro, that's
take.
every single aquarium, terrarium channels use crickets as their food source. Can't they guys find any other food source other than cricket? I'm pretty sure the cricket population has been decreasing significantly ever since these YouTubers start posting. Especially Terragreen, bro. That guy just kills the insects like it's a concentration camp. Imagine the crickets started to rebel against the humans for feeding them to other insects.
No to. So to conquer that first goal and win Earl's trust back,
Why?
I'm offering her a bottle fly.
How did you even
She
catch
hasn't
it?
taken food directly from me since we moved house, and as I sit here, fly in hand,
How do you even catch
nothing
it? Though?
changes. 3 minutes pass by,
Damn, bro, you've been holding that one fly for that
and
long.
still nothing. But it seems that the lure of a tasty meal is too much for our little arachnid,
That does not
and
look tasty
Earl
at
makes
all.
her way over.
I mean, she's actually approaching, bro. Maybe patience or votes gets rewarded? Yeah, patience gets rewarded.
I will never get bored of that little face, even when she has a fly in her mouth. And I'm counting this as a huge
I
win,
don't know about that.
but it's only half of the battle. And the real test of trust is whether or not she will let me
Yes,
hold
nice
her
movements
again.
for sure, though. Moving very nicely. How is it moving so cutely, though? I mean, I don't like spiders at all, but it looks kind of nice. Oh my god. Is it dead?
Okay, baby steps. We are ending the day with Earl
Not dead.
climbing back into her terrarium, and we will try again in a few days. It's day 4, and for the first time since day 1, Earl is out of her terrarium. I extend my hand out to her, and without the promise of food, surprisingly, she climbs on. Are we really
Damn.
back at pre-house move bonding levels? Well, if she completes this next challenge, I can tick off the first 2 goals. I'm going to create a bridge between 2 chairs. At one end is me, and on the other end is Earl. If Earl can walk the length of the bridge and climb on my finger, she will get a reward. But the catch is, she doesn't know that she's getting a reward. So let's test this out.
Gotta train her like that, bro. You don't give her a reward. How does she know that's a good behavior to repeat? I don't think she's gonna do it. I mean, you kind of fumbled that. Oh my,
I
that wasn't her
cannot
fault.
believe I did that. Now she's understandably nervous and moves to the side of the bridge.
Yeah, I don't
and
want to
makes
stand in that
gestures
bridge
at the
either,
other
bro.
end.
That bridge looks way too
And Earl
unstable.
begins to make her
Imagine
way
if she's
over.
like
The likelihood
Holding a
is
bridge like
that
this?
she has now associated my big moon face with food and is feeling a little hungry.
I don't think she can recognize faces though. Isn't that like requires complex brains or some shit like that? I don't know. But it looks way too small to recognize faces. I don't think spiders can even do that.
Earl has now reached the other side of the
Maybe they're
bridge
just
and
smart.
approaches my finger. The first attempt doesn't work and she wanders off. Undeterred, I try again. And fail.
Bro, you can't force love, bro. You gotta
Come
just
on,
let her
Earl.
go.
I'm not gonna
Let her
hurt
go.
you.
Let her go.
At the third and final attempt, Earl slowly
You know what?
crawls
Forcing
onto my
might work. I
finger,
mean, I'm
and
just
I
kidding,
think
bro.
we can tick off the first
Forcing.
two goals.
You know,
I
forcing
almost
just might
forgot.
work.
I promised you a prize, Earl, and here you go. But just as I thought that we were in a good place, a big fat problem gets thrown.
Now, I was talking about how he sacrifices crickets, but he just completely forgot about crickets. He's not sacrificing crickets anymore. He's going after the fly population, which, you know what? Flies, he can take however many flies he wants. The population is not decreasing at all. Those flies be flying everywhere, bro. They be everywhere. It does not matter where you... So it's fine that he's killing all the flies. I don't even care about that. Wait, is the flies the new food source? I'm pretty sure in Terragrin's last video, he also hatched flies to feed them. Maybe flies might become the new food source for these insect channels, which is quite curious, I would say.
Into the works.
Hey, Ted. You gonna build a nest? Damn, bro. That's a nice looking nest. She's dancing in there, too.
It's day 10 and now
got
Earl has
motion.
stopped laying the funk down. Let me explain what this problem is. Jumping spiders molt, which is where they grow too big for their
I thought she died.
exoskeleton and have to literally break out of it.
What?
The process is easier and safer when they're younger, but as the spider gets older, the risk of a bad molt increases, and the final molt is the time where most people lose their jumping spiders.
People
For
actually
this process, Earl
spider
has made
pets?
herself a little hammock and she will stay in here until it's
Bro,
complete.
I'm more surprised people have spider pets than spiders can have exoskeletons or some shit like that. I thought he's the only who's special person who actually has a pet spider, but turns out people have this as a pet commonly. I did not know this information, bro. First time I'm hearing people having pet spiders. I always thought only those channels with insect addictions have pet insects, but turns out normal people also have pets. I mean, is that true though? Do you guys have pet spiders? I'm curious.
I checked back every day and the only sign that she was okay
She's
was
massive,
that she
though.
had changed
When did she
position
become this massive?
slightly. It's only when your spider's life is in danger that you realise just how attached you've become. And I can't help but feel a little helpless as she goes through this process all on her own. But in the interest of optimism, and with all fingers and toes crossed for Earl, there is a third goal to complete, and there is someone that I would like you to meet. This
prince.
is Toe Jam,
Toe Jam
Earl's
is smaller.
potential boyfriend.
1 centimeter.
Here he is next to a peanut, and here he is next to a tomato.
Well, I'm pretty sure Toe Jam is smaller than her. She's like 2 centimeters, no? Massive size. The
Toe Jam is smaller, darker, and
Yeah.
has his romance tools right next to his mouth. More on that later.
my toes. What does that even mean?
Toe Jam has no
There's no way he has digs in his mouth.
idea that his girlfriend is in the middle of a life or death battle,
Bro, he hasn't even seen her yet. What do you mean, girlfriend?
but as a warm-up, let's see how he reacts to a video of Earl.
Videos.
The meeting of two jumping spiders is dangerous. Females are bigger, stronger, and in the worst case scenario,
I did
can
all-
actually eat the male.
What the fuck, bro? You are cooked, bro. Run away. She's like 2 centimeters. You're only 1 centimeter. You cannot win this battle. Get out of that situation immediately. She might just eat you. Get out of there. Nah.
Toe Jam is well aware of some movement and gently approaches the screen. He starts to climb on, but Earl moves in the video, which causes him to jump back. Come on, buddy, compose yourself.
How is he
But
supposed
this
to
is one
compose
smart
himself?
spider, and it's
What did you
clear that
eat?
he knows something isn't quite right. And here's why. Jumping spiders
God.
have insanely good vision with
That's a
their
lot of
8
eyes.
and their ability to sense depth, while a 2D
I always thought they had 4 eyes, but turns out they got like 50 of these eyes, bro. It's crazy.
video with a female jumping spider on there does grab his interest, it doesn't take Toe Jam long to realise that this is actually not a real spider. He climbs around on the screen for a bit before scarpering away, and
Are
we
these
end day
spiders-
16 with a new member of the Worcester Terrarium's family. But there has been a development and it requires our immediate attention.
Oh, she can move. She's moving now.
Earl has been in her web for over a week without eating or drinking, and as I checked on her this morning, I had a feeling something was about to happen.
I feel like she looks massive here. There's no way. Like, he says she was 2 centimeters, but maybe the perspectives are kind of messed up here.
Her little silhouette moves around in her web, and over the course of 30 minutes, she breaks out of her exoskeleton and successfully molts. But we are not out of the woods just yet, because on the morning of day 20, I made a discovery. I promise you that if you ever get a pet jumping spider, you will go through a roller coaster of emotions during its short life. Like if you find a random leg in their terrarium. And I didn't find just one. Now this is reminding me of my first ever jumping spider, Aerith.
How many jumping spider pets do you have, bro? How long do they even live? Do they live for like 1 year? Like, they're only 2 centimeters long. How? They can't live for that long. I would never get a pet jumping spider, bro.
Who died just 2 days after her final molt. So when I found Earl lying motionless on a leaf this morning, my heart sank.
Is he dead? What the?
But don't worry, because Earl is fine.
God, I got baited for what?
Kicked her old exoskeleton out of her web.
Got
The
baited
molt has
for
been a
what?
success, and the most dangerous part of Earl's life is over. But the most dangerous part of ToeJam's life is about to begin.
Oh, hell nah, bro. ToeJam is not ready for this shit.
Everything on this journey has led to this moment,
That's nice
and if it
comparison.
doesn't work, he will get eaten. As he climbs out of the film canister, I have an overwhelming urge to stop the process and keep them both safe. But as Earl has trusted me during her entire life, it's time that I trust her. ToeJam spots Earl and runs over to her, and the window of intervention
ToeJam is
has now
suicidal for
passed.
sure.
It's down to them. The seductive dance begins and Earl watches on. As he gets closer, she backs off, and as he retreats, she moves forwards, legs raised and fangs revealed.
They're ready to
I
fight.
do not know if this is in defense or if she's accepting his invitation.
They're getting clearing.
And then she chooses. Earl allows ToeJam to climb on her, and for the next 10 minutes, the spiders roll around in the film canister and successfully mate.
I did not
But
know.
if you thought that watching spiders do it was strange,
it was allowed
well,
in
it's
YouTube,
about to
bro.
get a whole lot stranger.
Are we
Because in the
watching?
throes of passion, they spill out onto the table, and suddenly, ToeJam becomes aware of me. Each time I adjust the focus on my camera, he lunges forwards with his arms in the air.
What? What is bro already protecting his girlfriend or what? What is he doing? You just got the girlfriend, bro. Calm down.
ToeJam, man, I am engaged and Earl is all yours. Now, amidst all of this X-rated spider footage, I almost forgot. We can tick off the final goal, and as a gentle reminder of the journey we've been on together, Earl steps onto my thumb, and look how cute she is. She
What
hops
happened to his
back
fingernails? I just noticed that and I keep focusing on it. Oh, you guys can't even see that.
into her terrarium, very
I got baited by my own. Never mind.
likely pregnant, and of course, this is not
Please.
the end of the story, but there is one more thing I'd like to ask from you.
A book.
I've written 2 books about terrarium making, and if you would like to support me, buying a copy is the best way to do so. There's even a
Nice.
section on jumping spiders.
Jumping
If you
spiders.
enjoyed this video, please subscribe and stay tuned for the incoming tidal wave of baby jumping spiders.
Incoming tidal waves. Oh my god, bruh. That is actually crazy. That was a W video.